In the middle of the night, Daniel and Lucas are crossing a dark road in their car. Lucas has been drinking a lot of water, so he needs to pee and Daniel has to pull over. While Lucas relieves himself among the bushes, he hears the car horn being honked several times until it gets stuck in a continuous pitch. Lucas rushes back to the car and is shocked to find all the doors open with no Daniel in sight. When he closes the trunk, he notices some scratch marks. Then Lucas gets in the car and tries to call Daniel, but his phone is on the dashboard. At that moment Lucas hears a noise, so he looks around. He doesn't see anything, but he's getting worried, so he closes the door, which turns on the radio and startles him. Lucas turns it off and keeps hearing noises right before Daniel crashes into the windshield. Daniel begs for help before he's dragged away. Something falls behind the car, so Lucas runs out to find Daniel's body dead on the ground. Terrified, he rushes back to the car and notices a mysterious man standing by the road, who disappears in a blink. Lucas desperately tries to start the car to no avail and screams when he sees the man appear by the window. Then the car finally starts and Lucas drives away as fast as possible. Minutes later he sees the man by the road again and laughs, thinking his mind is playing tricks. However, no matter how far he goes, the man keeps appearing by the road over and over again. Suddenly he materializes on the passenger's seat with a demonic face. In the city, Tyler and Maddie finish packing their things so they can start their new life in a van. Before they leave, Maddie activates a satellite communicator that can contact emergency services and share their location without a phone signal. Tyler hangs a St. Christopher medallion on the mirror, a family tradition because he's the patron saint of travelers. 6 weeks later the couple is enjoying a beautiful beach. Tyler wants to leave soon because he has a reservation at the hot springs, but Maddie convinces him to stop at a barbecue place first. Unfortunately, this delay causes them to get stuck in traffic and lose the reservation. It's nighttime when they finally make it to a town. Maddie watches a family in a house and wonders if that's the life she truly wants. She's suddenly startled by a popping noise that comes from Tyler opening a bottle of champagne. He throws some petals on the floor and turns on some fairy lights before revealing an engagement ring. Tyler proposes to Maddie, explaining that his original plan was to do it at the hot springs. Before Maddie can answer, someone knocks on their door. Tyler looks out the window and is startled by a flashlight from a neighbor, who tells them camping isn't allowed in residential areas and threatens to call the police if they don't leave soon. Maddie chooses that moment to say yes and Tyler celebrates while the neighbor scolds them. The couple leaves and agrees to look for a hotel. Moments later, Tyler is asleep and Maddie is driving while playing with the ring. On the very dark road, she notices a car driving behind her. This distraction causes her to drop the ring, so she bends over to pick it up and put it back in the box. When she looks up, she's startled by the other car appearing next to the van and honking the horn. It's Lucas, who keeps waving his hand to tell her to go back. Maddie doesn't understand his warning, so Lucas just keeps driving ahead. All the noise awakens Tyler, and he tells her to ignore the other car. Minutes later they discover that the car has crashed into a tree. While Tyler calls 911, Maddie goes to check on Lucas, who is trying to crawl out of the vehicle. When he asks for help, he's dragged back inside and the door closes. Then Tyler looks inside the car with a flashlight and finds Lucas unconscious on the wheel. Suddenly the airbag activates and pushes Lucas back, revealing that the other side of his face has been torn off and he's actually dead. Meanwhile, Maddie hears noises among the trees and sees the claw marks on the trunk. At that moment, the mysterious man appears nearby, but he disappears after a few seconds. Maddie tells Tyler, who points the flashlight in that direction but finds nothing. When the police finally arrive, Tyler talks to the cops while Maddie waits in the van. She senses the presence of the man in the back, but as she turns around, Tyler joins her and turns on the light, which proves that there's nothing there. Later in a hotel, Maddie checks the footage from the van's dashcam on her phone. However, when Lucas gets close, the video becomes corrupted. The next morning, the couple gets ready to leave but is shocked to find a claw mark on the van. Maddie remembers the same mark on Lucas' car, but Tyler brushes it off. Afterward they drive to a big van lifers gathering, where Tyler is excited to meet his favorite van influencer. Meanwhile, Maddie notices that all the apples in the van have turned black overnight, so she throws them away. When Tyler shows off his van, the influencer notices the claw marks, so the couple shares what happened last night. The guy advises them to park at 24-hour gym parking lots, where they can stay safely and use the showers. While the men chat, Maddie goes on a walk and she's handed a religious pamphlet. She almost throws it in the trash but notices the pamphlet guy watching her, so she puts it in her pocket instead. On a board, Maddie notices a bunch of missing person posters. Among the pictures, there's a drawing of a stick person with claw marks on their stomach. At that moment she's approached by Diane, who has been living on the road for over 20 years. Maddie admits she hasn't been able to adjust so far, but Tyler is very happy, so Diane assures her it's normal. When Maddie shares what happened last night, Diane tenses and asks if she stopped. Maddie's face full of fear is her answer. Diane tells her to stay off quieter roads and not to drive at night. If she has to do it, then she must never stop. When Maddie returns to the van, she discovers that Tyler removed the claw marks. That night, the couple joins the van party. While Tyler has fun, Maddie thinks she sees the mysterious man in the crowd. Tyler distracts her by making her dance. After the party, The couple decides to follow the influencer's advice and goes to a gym. Tyler stays a little longer, but Maddie returns to the van after her shower. In a white car, she notices two guys watching her, and this distraction almost causes her to get run over by a truck. Luckily, she dodges it and keeps moving while the white car leaves. When she's about to reach the van, she hears a noise and looks around, but she finds nothing. She turns to the van again only to discover it's somehow moved. As the parking lot lights flicker, Maddie rushes toward the van and hears steps behind her. Once again, she doesn't see anything when she turns and the van appears further away. A terrified Maddie runs as fast as possible, and this time she manages to get inside. Afterward, she checks the dashcam and confirms there's nobody around. At that moment, she gets a message on her phone with a new dashcam video from the night on the road. This time the footage isn't corrupted and shows the mysterious man inside Lucas' car. Suddenly the van alarm starts wailing and Maddie has to turn it off. Then the lights begin to flicker, so Maddie checks the dashcam again only for the monitor to go completely dark. When she hears a door opening, she turns around but the van is still closed. Maddie taps the screen until it works again and is shocked to see the mysterious man in the parking lot before the screen turns dark once more. After some more tapping, the man's demonic face appears on the tablet and Maddie screams. The van shakes as something repeatedly hits it, and a terrified Maddie quickly uncovers the windows to look outside, but she sees nothing. Then she texts Tyler, urgently asking him to come back. As the back of the van opens, Maddie fastens the seatbelt and tries to start the engine to no avail. Suddenly the door closes and the man appears in the back of the van. Maddie wants to leave, but the seatbelt tightens around her chest, making it hard to breathe. The man then puts his creepy hands around her neck to start choking her. In the mirror, Maddie sees his hideous face. She tears it off to attack the man, but what actually hurts him is Tyler's medallion. This allows Maddie to get out of the van and reunite with Tyler to tell him what happened. While Tyler searches the van, Maddie finds the medallion on the ground and notices it has a burned edge now. Tyler doesn't find anybody and the dashcam doesn't record if the van isn't moving, so Maddie shows him the footage of the road to prove her story. Unfortunately, the mysterious man doesn't appear in Lucas' car anymore. The next day the trip continues and the couple stops at a small souvenir shop. Maddie finds a book titled Haunted Highways of America and learns about the Hobo Code, which is a system of symbols that travelers use to warn each other. One of these symbols is the claw mark, which means not safe here. When the couple leaves the store, the mark is back on the van. Later on the road, Maddie sees the symbol of the stick person with the claw mark on a big sign. That night the couple parks the van in the forest. Maddie researches the symbols on the internet and comes across many pictures of destroyed cars. An article about the stick person with claw marks says its literal translation is a not safe man, but most people think it means the passenger. The 3 scratches alone mean that the passenger is near. The website also has stories of people who encountered the passenger, saying he torments travelers by making them see things that aren't there. Tyler interrupts Maddie's reading to show her that he's set up a projector. While they watch a movie, he reveals that his boss called him and offered him his job back with a better salary, but now it would be remote. Maddie isn't excited about the idea and Tyler points out that she isn't wearing the ring, so she finally admits she doesn't like the van life. She grew up being pushed around foster homes, so now she wants stability. Tyler hates the idea of going back to the city and being shackled to a desk again. Their argument is interrupted by the projector making a weird noise, so Tyler pauses the movie because he thinks it's a glitch. Then the lights go out and the movie starts playing again, but now someone is standing behind the curtain. A creepy face is slowly pushed into the fabric, so Tyler pulls it down, but he finds nothing. Noises can be heard in the forest, so Maddie uses the projector as a flashlight to look around. The projection of the actor lands on the passenger, who roars with a demonic face. The couple runs to get back in the van and hears the passenger pounding on the roof. The van shakes for several minutes and the couple holds each other until it stops. They want to leave, but Tyler can't find the keys, so he must have dropped them outside. With a bat in hand, Tyler leaves the van to search the ground but can't find anything. At that moment he hears the keys jingling and follows the noise into the woods to find them hanging on a branch. As soon as he grabs them, the passenger jumps on him, but he quickly disappears and Tyler only sees some rocks. Maddie comes for him and together they run back to the van. Afterward the couple drives to the nearest town and hides in a diner. Maddie shows Tyler the book with the Hobo Code and explains that the passenger has been following them since they tried to help Lucas. Because of the mark, Tyler thinks they should abandon the van or even burn it, but Maddie thinks the passenger is connected to them and not the vehicle. Then Maddie goes to the bathroom to freshen up and a sign on the wall gives her an idea. She rushes back to the table and tells Tyler that they need to find Diane because she may have more information. Tyler wants to leave now, but Maddie explains that Diane doesn't want them to drive at night, so they must wait. In the morning, the couple is on the road again and they see an emergency team taking care of the dead victim of a car crash. When the sun starts to set, they're forced to stop the van because it gets a flat tire. While Tyler changes it, Maddie stands with the flashlight and the medallion for protection. Soon Tyler realizes that the bolts are gone and looks around until he finds them under the van. While he crawls underneath to grab them, Maddie sees the van door opening and a hand peeking out. Suddenly the hand is above her and picks her up by grabbing her face. Tyler hears her scream before she collapses on the ground and he watches her be dragged away. When he tries to crawl out to help, the jack starts moving and the van slowly comes down. Tyler rushes to come out, but he isn't fast enough and the van falls on his leg, severely wounding it. Tyler is still desperate enough to pull, which quickly frees him but also makes the injury worse. After finding the medallion on the ground, Tyler panics and gets in the van to drive away. Meanwhile, Maddie wakes up near a crash site. When she's about to check the bodies, Tyler arrives and hugs her tightly. Maddie senses something is wrong and pulls back to discover the passenger. By just moving his hand, he forces Maddie to fall on her knees and open her arms. As her nose starts to bleed, the passenger's eyes glow, but he disappears when the real Tyler shows up. The van almost runs over Maddie, however Tyler reacts fast and stops it just in time. Afterward, the couple drives back to the van event and asks about Diane, but nobody recognizes the name. Eventually Diane overhears them and comes out, but she freaks out when they tell her what's happening. She wants the couple to leave immediately and alerts the crowd, who rush to hide in their vans. Diane explains that the passenger is a demon who has fun causing wrecks on the highway because he's hungry for pain, death, and suffering. He managed to mark the couple because they stopped to help Lucas. Maddie tells her that she hurt the passenger with the medallion, which helps Diane remember that a marked trucker sought refuge in the St. Christopher Church. If the church can weaken the passenger's powers, maybe they can kill him. The couple doesn't know how to get to that place, so after lots of denial, Diane agrees to take them there. Suddenly the wind starts blowing pretty violently and a thick fog spreads over the area. The couple runs to get back in their van and the wind closes the door on Maddie's hand, almost breaking it. Diane pulls up next to them and asks them to follow her, but unfortunately the passenger grabs her head from behind and pulls to tear her neck open, instantly killing her. Tyler and Maddie immediately leave and don't stop driving until they reach a gas station. After bandaging their injuries, they agree that their only option is to find the church in the desert. Before leaving, they buy tons of energy drinks and religious medallions. During the trip, the medallions are hung all over the van. Tyler uses his phone to research St. Christopher, who used to travel with a monk. One day Christopher realized that his companion wasn't a monk, he was a demon in disguise. The couple concludes they're the two sides of the same coin for balance. Christopher protects travelers and the passenger attacks them. After driving for a while, Maddie is feeling sleepy. She closes her eyes for a second and when she opens them, it's nighttime. She almost loses control of the van but gets it back on track just in time. Tyler doesn't understand how it's night either and wants to go back, so Maddie turns the van around. Minutes later, the couple notices that they don't have much gas left. When they pass by a sign, Maddie stops the van because she sees a new symbol, which means this way. Remembering that they're supposed to trust the symbols, Maddie makes the van go off the road to follow the direction of the arrow. As they drive further into the darkness, the radio turns on and they hear a preacher talk about hell. Tyler can't turn it off, so he ends up smashing it to shut it up. Eventually they find another sign with the same symbol, so they turn the van in the indicated direction. Moments later they arrive in an area filled with abandoned vehicles. Tyler goes out first to guide the way with his flashlight, but Maddie worries when she sees him freeze. She rushes to his side and finds him staring at hundreds of bodies on the ground, which surround the church in the distance. Tyler thinks the bodies aren't real and the passenger put them there to slow them down, so the couple gets back in the van and starts driving. Maddie cries as the vehicle runs over the bodies. Suddenly the back of the van opens and the medallions fly toward the passenger in the middle of the field. Tyler quickly closes the door, but when he turns around he finds the passenger in the van. The demon brings Tyler down and quickly disarms him when he tries to attack with the bat. After Tyler gets thrown around the van a few times, he takes off a medallion from his neck, but before he can use it the passenger breaks his arm. Tyler desperately tells Maddie to get to the church right before the passenger throws him out of the van. Then he comes after Maddie, who drives as fast as possible. When he's about to touch her, she stops the van and the force throws the passenger through the window. Maddie immediately hits him with the van and he holds onto the hood as she drives straight into the church. After destroying several walls, she presses the passenger against a St. Christopher statue, causing him to screech in pain. Unfortunately, the passenger can still move and crawls on the hood to come after her. Maddie hits the statue again to make it fall, then she pushes the passenger back to impale him on Christopher's staff. The demon roars in agony as his body starts to come apart. Suddenly the passenger explodes and sets the whole church on fire. The van is out of gas, so Maddie comes out and dodges the falling debris. At that moment Tyler finds her and together they go outside. The couple then sits on the ground to watch the church burn. Tyler thinks they've lost everything, but Maddie still has the ring. He finally puts it on her finger and they share a kiss before they hear sirens. It turns out Tyler used Maddie's satellite communicator to call for help. He tells her that now he's ready to return to the city and live a stable life. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.